Today, everybody is arguing. The problem is they're debating the wrong things.
But we're going to debate the right topics.
We call this debates from a hat. The idea is very simple. We're going to argue. We don't know what we're going to argue about yet. We have this crocheted Yoda hat that my grandma made. Thank you, Grandma Lois.
She did a great job, by the way.
Inside of this hat are 10 different debates that our producers have created ahead of time for us. Give us the rules. So how are we going to do this?
So we have never seen any of these debatable topics. So when we pull it out, we're going to have 2 minutes to give our view on the subject, and the other person will have 1 minute to give a rebuttal.
Okay, so
you will decide in the post below on who wins.
So we'll pull this out. We'll each have a side. We'll each take 2 minutes, right? Okay. All right. I think I'm good. Are we ready to debate?
Yeah.
Let's debate.
All right. Here we go.
Take out.
All right. First topic.
How do we decide who gets what, or is it labeled? I don't even know how they're.
I have no idea. Here we go.
Okay.
The best Batman. A Batman from Arizona or a Batman from North Dakota? Great topic, seeing how I'm from Arizona and Matt's from North Dakota.
All right.
I'm going to let you begin. Since I drew it.
Can I take the Batman from Arizona then?
Yeah, you can take it back. Oh man, okay. And here we go.
All right, so what you got to know, timer going, Batman from Arizona is the go-to Batman. Why, you would ask? Because he knows how to use all kinds of terrain. This is a guy that knows how to work in the city. This is a guy that knows how to work in the desert. He can work in all temperatures. Stressful situations bring a lot of sweat. It gets the adrenaline pumping. You're in an environment that simulates those same things. So just by living, even in his Bruce Wayne life, he is experiencing the things that he needs to be the best Batman that he can be. So if it's an urban setting, great, but you know, Batmans that we've seen before in a metropolis type area, there's nowhere else. That's all he knows. What if the bad guy's in the desert? What if he's hiding in the rocks? Batman in Arizona knows how to handle each of these situations. He's ready, and also the mask, the suit, that's a sweaty thing to start with. What prepares you better to be sweaty when fighting crime than running around in the Arizona heat?
You have 1 minute left.
All right, so what I'd like to say is that I think being in Arizona makes this Batman the best Batman you could be. I mean, think about a North Dakota Batman. It doesn't make any sense. What's he going to save people from? Cattle? Cattle isn't attacking anybody. In Arizona, you have crime. In Arizona, you have varying degrees of weather of which cause people need to be rescued. Monsoon season, for example. Maybe there's a flood somewhere he's got to rescue. Maybe up in the mountains somewhere, they're stranded. I mean, there's things that have to be done. There's nothing to be done in North Dakota. What is North Dakota Batman possibly going to rescue? Somebody got trapped under a hay bale? You know, roll it off of him. There's no reason for it. You have all the experience, all the settings, everything you know to shape and mold the perfect Batman in Arizona. You get nothing from a Batman in North Dakota.
And 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, well, that sounds pretty good, but if you want, you can start me off.
Okay.
I'm going to give you my version of
He's going to try.
North Dakota.
2 minutes, go.
First of all, Batman is basically two people. You have Bruce Wayne and Batman. Let's focus on the Bruce Wayne character. First of all, North Dakota. I don't know of any rich people in North Dakota except maybe ranchers. So this Bruce Wayne would probably be one from a ranch. His ranch would be massive. And what a great way to hide all of that great tech as Bruce Wayne. We'll get to that in a moment. But first of all, Bruce Wayne, we know he has his money from the ranch. That means his ranch has got tons of cattle. The type of stuff he's going to store. Think of the meat. Think of the produce that's going to be in that area that's going to be needed. Then, if he's going to be on a ranch, he's going to need tons of water. What a great way to store what would be the Batmobile, that's the boat, the Bat boat. His plane can be hidden in a giant haystack field that lifts up, and then he can go from there. Think of the Batmobile. Where does that go? It's in the giant barn. Now, first of all, as Bruce Wayne, if you're going to take all of those gadgets, you have the great facility for it. Why would he go to North Dakota? Nobody thinks about looking in North Dakota. Do you ever think about North Dakota, period? Nobody does. So when he takes all of that great equipment, he can go fast because it's supersonic. He's got all this type of technology today. He can move fast. So in all those places, he gets to where he needs to go. They never suspect North Dakota, period. You have to deal with different types of languages there, Native American tongues. You're close to Canada, so you can go to international crime, just like that. He's around the country. He's going to be able to hit. There's so many flat roads, he can drive super fast to get to certain places where he needs to be. And then when he's done, boom, he's back. That's quick. Either way, Batman can hide in North Dakota much better and can fight crime much better in those spots because he can study. He has no idea.
And that's time. That's time. All right. All right. So we will each get 1 minute to rebuttal.
All right.
You tell me when.
And go.
First, I would like to say the different languages in North Dakota, I don't know what you're talking about. English is the only thing anybody in North Dakota knows. Secondly, yeah, I will grant you he can hide. It's unsuspecting. He can hide in a silo, in a field, all his equipment. But here's what I would say. Why? He hides it all, and then no one can track down Batman because he's unassuming, and then he just lives his life there as a farmer because there's no crime to fight. You're not going to have a supervillain in North Dakota. No, what supervillain is going to be like, I'm going to hole up here in Bismarck, you know? Like, that's not going to be a thing. So this is the version of a Batman who isn't actually contributing anything. He has squandered his wealth, he's buried his tech, and now he's raising carrots, which is a very important job. But if we're discussing Batman in this case, he has just thrown his whole superhero career away, basically.
All right, you're going to be done there?
I think I'm done there.
Okay, that's good. You had 6 seconds to go.
Oh, nice.
All right, nice.
All right, you ready for your rebuttal?
Yep.
Here you go.
Why in the world would Batman wear black in Arizona? That makes zero sense. You're sweating. Think about what you're wearing. It's triple digits even at midnight in the summer months. That is stupid. Yes, there may be different terrain in areas of Phoenix, going up into the mountain areas around the region, but the reality of Phoenix being a place for Batman to fight because it's so darn hot, that's ridiculous. If he's in North Dakota, you can travel to different cities quicker. It makes tons of sense. Either way, Batman would never be in a hot place. It makes zero sense, period.
We calling it there?
Yeah.
All right. With about 18 seconds to spare.
All right, now your job below is to post in the comments, and the next go around we will recap and tell you who won. Yeah. We'll make a follow-up video.
If we remember.
If we do, we may.
Yeah, we may not.
All right.
You might be watching this, 10 years from when it was recorded and be like, you never posted it. So, just read
you got to look for it. You got to
read the comments.
All right, your turn, man.
One more. Okay. One more debate from the hat.
Double debate.
You took that one out, right?
I did. It's out.
Okay, let's mix them all up here. Okay. Pandemic panic buy, toilet paper or hand sanitizer? I guess since I claimed one last time, you can claim one this time.
Toilet paper or hand sanitizer?
Yeah, which one is your panic buy in a pandemic?
All right.
This one hits pretty real.
That does hit real. I'm going to go with hand sanitizer.
Okay, then I will take toilet paper.
All right. There you go. I guess I started?
Yeah. All right, 2 minutes to tell us why you would pick panic buy hand sanitizer,
yep,
right, over toilet paper. Begin.
All right, hand sanitizer. This show was filmed in Bakersfield. Did you know hand sanitizer was created in the Bakersfield area, actually from the city Taft, which is about 20-30 minutes away. So it hits close to home. Hand sanitizer can act like toilet paper. It's supposed to clean your hands. Back in the day, there was no such thing as toilet paper. What did you have to use? Your hands. When you're done with toilet paper, or AKA your hand, you can use hand sanitizer. So you'll always stay clean. You can't do that with toilet paper. You can wipe it off, but it's still there. Your hand will always stay sanitized. I mean, period. If you need to rub your face to stay clean, sure, go for it. It doesn't matter. After you're done eating, hand sanitizer. You use paper, it's stuck on there. In fact, I'm done.
Oh, you're done?
Yeah, I've proven it in less than a minute.
All right. Yeah, that was under a minute. Okay, so that's the case for hand sanitizer. I'm going to tell you why that's wrong.
And go.
Toilet paper is the obvious and only choice when you're talking about a panic buy in a pandemic. Very simple, because yes, hand sanitizer was invented later, but you know what has always existed? Soap. Soap has always been there. As a matter of fact, you open up any of the the government websites talking about what you need to do. The number one thing is not hand sanitizer, it's soap. You don't need hand sanitizer. It's nice, it's convenient, it helps out when if you're grocery shopping, sure. But if you're out of toilet paper, that's a different situation. There's not toilet paper or something that's also toilet paper. It's just toilet paper. So you're going to want to stack that up. In fact, I would say the market value on toilet paper when the pandemic began here was higher than hand sanitizer. If you were to resell it out of your garage, which we wouldn't do because it's highly illegal, you're going to get more bang for your buck out of that toilet paper because people need it. They've got their soap. They can buy soap. That's not an issue. They don't need to find hand sanitizer. But if you're out of toilet paper, look, I've got a family of 5. That terrifies me way more. Having a house with no toilet paper for 5 people than having no hand sanitizer. If I'm stocking up on something, I'm taking the priority. I don't want, look, have you ever seen kids' hands like in a normal day after eating, after playing outside? Okay. You ever seen their hands a week without toilet paper? No, toilet paper is bar none. That if you're gonna panic buy something in a pandemic, the answer is clear.
Okay, a rebuttal time, so I guess I get to rebut?
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty simple.
Okay.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Go, 1 minute.
So soap could be a thing, sure, but the reality is 2 things. One, you know what's been around before soap? Water. People don't even use toilet paper in European countries. They use bidets. Water. All you need is water to clean yourself, so you're saving the environment without using paper. You can keep the trees around. Hand sanitizer involves alcohol. If you really need to drink it, hey, look, you can synthesize it back into alcohol. And those of you who would like to drink, there you go. But I don't drink. I want to point out, though, that hand sanitizer would still be helpful in many cases because it keeps you clean. Bacteria is gone. Still using toilet paper, that dirt is still there. So be aware of that. And yeah, you just use water. Use water to clean yourself. Period.
All right. Yeah, you were pretty close. You had about 8 seconds or so.
Okay.
To go.
And go.
All right. If you still are having problems being dirty after using toilet paper, that is not a debate issue. That's a personal hygiene issue. Okay. And on top of that, do you have a bidet in your home?
It's called a shower.
Okay. So he does not have one. So you got to have actions to back up these words. Toilet paper is the most practical thing you can use. No matter how you try to talk down toilet paper, the truth is it's hand sanitizer that simply isn't necessary. You need to clean yourself somehow. Soap has already got your hands covered. I mean, yeah, you don't want to go for the hands. Let's just leave that for the hands, okay? So the toilet paper is undoubtedly, you can't even make a case that stands up against it. If you're going to panic buy, that's the route you're going to have to take if you're going to use wisdom.
All right, once again, put your comments down below. And now it leaves us time to question everything.
Matt and Aaron, given that renewable sources only provide a small portion of our energy and that nuclear power is so expensive, how is it realistically that we can be a country off of fossil fuels as soon as possible, and even to help our climate change in this day and age?
All right, now we're not going to debate this. This is something we are giving you helpful advice when we question everything.
Yeah, this is an interesting question. It's not the kind of question I was expecting.
No.
We're answering a lot of questions we didn't expect today. All right, well, I guess my first response to that would be, well, do you have solar on your house? What have you done? How do we start getting to a point where we're more sustainable and less reliant on fossil fuels? Well, I think it starts with you, actually. What have you done in your own home, in your own life, and the way you live to do that? Not accusing, because I don't know. I'm just saying that's, I think, our starting point. On a larger scale, though?
I think everybody should just start living in tents again. Like I go hiking in the Sierras. My wife and I live in a tent for 2.5 weeks, and we just get the water from the river. So I mean, and you're like, well, can you carry it? Yeah, we just put it in our backpack and pump it. So you can get sources, that's renewable sources, using less electricity, saving on the fossil fuels. So I think everybody should just live in tents.
Actually, I like that. I mean, that is a drastic drop in relying on fossil fuels.
Totally. And if you go back to the whole, bidet type thing, I mean, you can just clean yourself in the river.
True enough.
Yeah.
So here's your solution. Grab a backpack, whatever you fit in it, that's what you keep. Everything else, it's gone. Simple.
Case solved. Hey, we hope you've been blessed and you learned something here today.
I know I didn't.
That's the Joyride with Matt and Aaron. Be sure to subscribe below.
Or above, or I don't know.
We'll figure it out.